most high is backing me. The system is trapping me.
With heroin, crack and weed. Envy, lust, hatred and greed, 4 devils on my shoulder. I just want to be free.
Yeah, alright guys. Alright guys. Yeah. Oiled up, man. Your brain's oiled up, man. You're with it, man.
You know what? Not as oiled up as it should do, because there's a few people that I need to. But you know, when you haven't been asked them questions in a long time, and it's a long time ago.
No,
but yeah, man, like, yeah, that's actually one of my favorite verses, man. Actually,
yeah, nothing to prove.
Yeah,
but the tune's called
prove.
Wake. That's who's
Wake
on it.
Up.
At first, I thought that was the name of the track until I realised no, that's the name of the guy.
They actually, them guys kind of brought me out of retirement. I hadn't done a tune, written a bar for a long time, and I made the beat for them, and they were like,
yeah, jump on that,
man. I was like, oh. And
that track's hard. You lot did it.
It just came out.
Yeah.
It just came out.
UK overstood.
I think I can. The truth is, I haven't written a verse in anger in at least 2-3 years or something like that. I probably haven't even touched the MPC to make a beat since lockdown. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But it's like, it's because my life is kind of different now in terms of the running a building, managing the team, and building something. But that's still in me. You if you got music in you, it'll never leave you. Yeah. So it's still in me. Like, you know what I mean? In terms of, I remember them verses.
And we have to congratulate you on all your achievements, man, because there's so many achievements that this is what I'm talking about as well. You see, like, the people that are making the achievements so humble, and then we don't put enough light anyway. Just freely putting the light on these people, so our youth can see this. I know, like, someone like yourself, you're so modest and everything, yeah. But I feel like sometimes people like yourself need to be like a tad more bossy for the sake of the kids, because you know you're cool enough. Like, your whole thing's cool, your history's cool, your life, the story's cool. What you're doing now is cool. Everything's cool, and they need to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they follow what is cool. You know what I mean? They follow what looks like appealing, what they want the rest of their life to be like.
They need to have options.
That's and they need to see them.
If you only see one way of like thinking,
then
that's more appealing.
Definitely.
You get me? But when you see an option, it's like you can take this one in as well.
Cipher definitely needs a movie.
They always kind of lead our youth towards destruction as well, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think subconsciously, some people are worried about what if our young people actually do wise up.
Of course.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So, because look, what if we hadn't spent the last 20 years involving beef and street and this and that, and you're from here and you're from there, and it divided our communities.
It did.
Not just in Birmingham, in here. I remember we were doing a video when we did a video called The Rain. We did a tune called The Rain, and it was Luke Biggins who filmed it.
Okay. Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Luke Biggins. Good guy. And we were filming it somewhere in North London, I think. Somewhere around Tottenham, somewhere like that. And I called my brethren who were from Hackney and whatever, and they were like, nah, Sif, man ain't coming. That was the first time I realised, whoa, okay, this sounds like the same thing that's going on in Birmingham. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, what if we hadn't spent the last 20 years with all of that? You know how many lives were lost because of that? You know how much money could have been made that wasn't made because we didn't team up with each other because of this passa. And we need to get past all of these things that are blocking us from actually reaching our full potential. Definitely. Not only as individuals, but as a community and as a people. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Just so not all that stuff didn't happen in vain.
It was in vain.
And I feel like it doesn't have to be. We're still not too late for it not to be. Because you got to remember, I think we speed ourselves up in terms of being old. Like, us lot are still very young.
Yeah.
So it's like the things that we've been through is within our lifespan, and we're still here to either change the narrative with our experience, so it's not in vain. You know what I'm saying? Because I just believe that we still got the power to change the narrative and make sure that all of the lives that are lost, all of the people that spent lives in jail, and all the people that's been traumatized and PTSD, if we just use our information and put it forward and highlight people like yourself and where you came from to be where you are now, I think, again, that will be the thing that changes the narrative.
We can change you, bro. I know we can change.
And then that means everything wasn't in vain.
And we are changing it, and you're right.
You are changing it. We are changing it.
We are changing it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We're living it out. We need to be more intentional about it, though, and make sure that we're actually doing so. And like I said, doesn't mean that you're going to be perfect, but I remember our elder saying to me once, he said, you're either part of the solution or part of the problem.
Exactly.
Even if we have to measure the molecules in your body, you're either part of the problem or part of the solution. Make a choice which you want to be. Elder said that to me when I was about 24, you know,
Serious.
And never a true word spoken.
Serious.
I'm trying to be part of the solution. That doesn't
You're
mean
not
that I'm
trying,
perfect.
man. You're using all the wrong
But
words. You're doing.
Yeah, but you hear what I'm saying, though.
No, I hear what you're saying, but you hear what I'm saying, yeah. And I'm passionate about it the same way because I've seen it, and I see the massive things that you do. You know what I'm saying to you, and how you do, it, and how particular you are about your people. You understand what I'm saying? The way, what you even named your buildings before, and I didn't even know what it meant before. I remember trying to read like the Sankofa.
What did that stand for?
Sankofa.
Yeah, I know what it means now, but go on.
It's a Akan term which means go back and pick it up. So take the best of what you was and move it into the future. And you know the thing is, the guys who I sold the building to, like I sold it to some brothers.
Hold on, you're saying you sold the building, but you haven't told the people about when you bought the building.
Yeah,
all right,
you understand?
Okay.
Because it's just natural for him.
It's just
Yeah,
natural,
I mean,
like, the building. Nah, you got to tell them like the idea of a building and what is this building for, and you know what I'm saying. You got to break it down for them at home. This is the gems. This is the jewels.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened was, it's around about 2004, 2005. Yeah. Like I said, I've always been a reader. So we've been renting different units. I've been renting units for years, renting offices. You know, I remember renting an office somewhere. You don't have proper access to the building. The building's cold because it's got no heating in there. You might walk past a one rat run past you or something like that, and then I'm paying big rent.
Yeah.
I was in another building. We were in great building, nice building, but they had like a 10 p.m. curfew. So remember, music is
Stuck,
music is nighttime. I don't know about a lot of other artists, but I would say probably most of my best lyrics, the best rhymes I ever wrote, were written after 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Some of them were written like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So if you're gonna say 10 p.m. restriction on using the building, it's like, what we doing here?
Yeah, that don't make sense.
You know, I remember moving to another building and they're just charging us mad service charge and whatever. So the short end of it, I was dissatisfied with the service that I was getting from renting these buildings to put my studio in. Yeah. And also, I'm speaking to people and they're like, fam, you got too many people coming up in this space and you got like a small space. And for what you want to do, you need something bigger. So like I said, I like reading. My cousin gave me a book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. So it's about 2005. And I'm like, So that kind of turned me on to financial, what you would call multiple income streams and stuff like that. Right? And once you got money, how you manage it and different strategies you can use to manage it. And it was a starting point for me to learn. So I just read everything I could about property, everything I could about finance, everything I could about houses. There's another guy who wrote a book called How to Sell. A guy called George Sabira. I read his book. So then, because of the way, I'll be honest with you, the way I am is like, I learn something, and then once I've learned how to do it or learned about it, I want to apply that knowledge. So I'm like, okay.
Test it out, like.
bro, I'm trying to apply it because
see if this works. Like,
well, like I don't look at life the way a lot of people look at life. I'm grateful for every day that I get,
and it's evident.
And I'm very aware that not necessarily you're gonna get another 1,000 days or another day.
Yeah.
So make the most of. I'm trying to get the
most of now.
You know when you're squeezing the juice out of a lemon.
Yeah.
That's how I approach every day. Like I'm trying to get the most out of every day.
You told me something one time, yeah, and it stayed with me, and I've used it as an example, like in a few conversations. And he was like, and I've used this to make some people feel grateful as well about life. And you said to me one time, it was outside the train station in Cali. I don't know if you remember.
Serious?
Yeah. He said, we were just having a conversation, and he was like, you know, some babies never got a day. Some babies didn't even get a day. Not one day. Not even one day.
Yeah.
Like, that stayed with me. I don't know if you remember saying that.
Bro, you know what?
Yeah.
It sounds like something you were saying.
Yeah, sounds like something. Nah, but for real.
Some baby never got a day, so we don't appreciate you know how you're supposed to appreciate every day.
Appreciate every day,
yeah.
bro. I appreciate every day. Like, I got another day to make things work. I got another chance to get it right. Yeah. Maybe I got it wrong yesterday, but let me try and correct it today. You know. So I learned about property, and I was like, right, I'm gonna buy something now.
Yeah.
So I bought a house, and I was like, yeah, that isn't as hard as what they made it think it was.
Yeah.
Because remember, I didn't know anything about this stuff, so I'm literally learning this stuff. I've read a few books, and now I'm on it. So then once I bought the house, I was like, right, now I want to buy a building so that I can use, and the vision was, I want to have a studio, I want to have like a space where you can take pictures, I want to have like spaces where you can have meetings, I want to have creative spaces. So I'm looking around for a building, found one, saw it, and I think at the time it was like £250,000 or whatever, something like that.
Okay.
I was like, right, let me go and find back how this because commercial mortgages work different from residential mortgages. Residential mortgages, you got to put like, at that time, you could put no deposit or 5% deposit, 10% deposit, 15%. Commercial, you got to put 30%. So I'm like, right. So I just went away, man. I was literally, I think this is about 2006, 2007. I ran a security company. I'm doing close protection. I'm doing everything to raise the money to buy the building. Raised the money, bought the building, kitted it out. I think I bought it in September and it was ready by March.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
see how you try to make it sound easy as well.
It sounded like it's like executed like, yeah.
Sound like a wizard. Like you know how much work that would take as well.
I know it does, but
yeah.
you know
how much suffering that must have taken as well. Jeez.
Sacrifice.
You said, yeah, man came from the corned beef and rice right anyway.
Bro,
you know
come on, man.
So man kind of know how to like.
Come on, man. Man come from that.
Serious.
we came from. I watched the elders come here and go to work having to put like cardboard in their shoes because of the holes in their shoes. I grew up seeing stuff like that in my own family.
Yeah.
So that we could have shoes.
Survival type.
So that we could have school shoes. You're putting cardboard in your shoes because your shoes and your boots have got holes in, and then you're gonna go walk to work, and then you're gonna do a shift and then walk back.
Yeah, walk back.
So that's the error. That's where I'm coming from.
And spend the money on me again. Not even get to buy your shoes. You're not even buying no shoes.
Yeah. Like
Man,
when you was a youth,
things.
did you ever go to a restaurant?
No.
Like I mean, like I'm not talking. I don't even remember McDonald's like that. To be fair, but I'm talking like
There was
an
uncle. The uncle that never had no kids. Yeah, anytime he used to come to my dad's house, he used to bring us
my nan would take me McDonald's.
All McDonald's, but our parents never come.
My nan would take me McDonald's.
Yeah, there was always
My
someone.
nan would spoil me and take me McDonald's. But my mum was like, we talking. She wasn't
on birthdays as well.
Bro,
remember McDonald's
I had a
birthdays?
birthday party in McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
McDonald's
talking
birthdays, and they give
That
you a
was
tour.
a big thing.
they're gonna grill a burger and get 2 slices of white bread and put the burger on a cheese slice, and that's gonna be
But
like.
you can do that.
But yeah, talk about McDonald's. See McDonald's, yeah? Yeah, I talk about McDonald's. So for me, yeah, like the grind is in me. You know what I mean? The grind is in me. Like, so 1 + 1 = 2. Yeah, right. Let me go and do it. So that was, especially as a young man, like, let me go and do it, bam. Let me go and do it. Let me go and do it. And like I said, if there was awards for things, I heard Will Smith say something once. He said, if I'm on a running machine, and you're on the running machine next to me, and we're in a race, there's gonna be one of two things happen. Either you're gonna stop this running machine and get off, or I'm gonna die on this running machine.
We're gonna both die.
Yeah, and I really
because we're not
understand.
Man's not stopping.
I really understand that mentality.
Yeah.
Because
we're not stopping. We're gonna just dead.
Yeah.
Because man's gonna run until man can't run. You know what I'm saying?
I really identify with that mentality. Like, I'm not having it. And if you say to me, nah, it's not possible, that's even more that you actually
motivation.
just dash some petrol on there was a fire burning, and now you just dash some petrol on there. You told me I can't do it. Nah, it's gonna be impossible. You can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, now, because thousands of generations of my ancestors have been told you can't do this and you can't do that. I'll be damned if you tell that to me.
Exactly.
I don't care who that comes from, even if it's someone who looks like me. Don't tell me I can't do it. That's why when the young people, and they're out here, I never say to them, you can't do it. If they say to me, you know what, actually, I'm going to fly a plane, I'm like, yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
I want to set up my own, I spoke to a youth the other day, he was like, yeah, I'm trying to set up a business. I want it to be big like Microsoft. And he thought I was going to be like, shocked. I was like, go on, build it then. Yeah. When you're starting,
I mean, yeah.
If you need any help, just call me.
Yeah.
I believe you can do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you can't do it. I'm going to encourage you to go and do it.
Saying that, let's get onto the money manual.
All right, bro.
Yeah, and how that even came about, what you even thought to bring that out. And it was so early, because now we got the earn leisures, and you got all
what
of
is that?
So much money advice.
What is money manual? Go on, break it down to me. Like.
He was doing it from early. He's a book. His book.
So basically,
amazing book.
This is like 2000. I bought a building in 2007, and then 2008, we opened the building, But 2008 is also the year that the financial crisis started.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
What, recession and stuff and that, innit?
Mad recession.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be honest, it was at least as bad, if not worse, than the COVID recession. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because the COVID recession,
we was in our house.
It was COVID. It's like there's a pandemic and it's affecting business. The 2008 recession was your bank that you went to yesterday might not be here today. That's what it was like.
Especially for older people as well. It was sad, man.
That's what it was
Put
like.
your money in and the bank's
bro.
Money's gone, bro.
Your money's gone. All of that was gone.
All your savings is gone.
All your savings is gone, bro.
But why?
Shares.
It's gone, the banks are closed.
My banks are just going.
Have you seen how much banks are closing as well? Even now, like how much banks
if you had shares in
my high street, the bank's gone.
Yeah.
Not even the bank. Not even the branch is gone. The bank has collapsed. Do you know what I mean? For real.
No longer. So, where's my peas though?
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone with them, guys.
Can I just draw my thing? Like, I got my card. I got my card. Sorry.
What that made me. So at the time, I think it was around about the end of 2000 to the 2008 was like, it was like, wow, we got the building, and then it was like, boy, what's going on with what's happening in the world?
We got to pay for this.
And it was like the grind. It was the 2008, 2009 was.
That's why Malik says it was the worstest of times in it as well.
He says
all tied.
He said 98, 99. This is 2008, 2009.
So it's
came back.
It's come back like.
So it's the. When I mean it's the grind, it's the grind because I ain't trying to lose
this.
So after that real, I would say, the grind for the ages, 2008, 2009, back in the 2009, I'm like, okay, man made it through this thing and, right. Now, how could I have avoided this and not even that, when I started buying property, when I started doing business and whatever, I always felt as though there was very few people who looked like me that I could actually speak to about business. And
Do you mean for advice and stuff?
For advice and stuff.
Facts.
So let me be real with you. Remember, this is the 2000 if I go back to the 2000 version of Cipher, Jay said I'm just tall. You know what I mean? People are looking at me and thinking, even if I went to places and sat down and want to talk about business, people are shook. Do you understand?
Might be intimidated.
So, it's not like I'm being welcomed in the business community, and it's not like I have people in my family who were business orientated, you know, or had investments and things of that nature. And even some of the black organizations who gave advice about business, they were still, and this is one of the reasons why I always embrace our people where they are.
Yeah.
You know, if I see a youth and they look a bit crazy, I'm not intimidated. I don't think, nah, because I remember my genes being real low, capped down. And I wish my own people weren't intimidated by that, because I never tried to intimidate nobody.
Yeah.
That was just
who
I was at that age.
I know what you're saying.
So when I wrote the book, I was like, I want to write this book as a template that the youth in our community and people in our community can use to actually understand, one, how businesses work, how investing works, so how to make money from a business. Once you got the money, how to invest it. And I felt that the books that I read before, so I'm not trying to knock Robert Kiyosaki or anything like that, but
was that Rich Dad
Poor Dad.
Okay. Yeah.
But the books like that he wrote and the books that were out at that time, they would tell you, so you got this £1 million investment and you're going to put it into bonds, you're going to put some into stocks, you're going to put some into, dividends or whatever, yeah? But how did you get the 1 million?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm writing my book from
scratch.
You got your tuna and rice today.
Yeah.
And that's all that you could afford.
Yeah.
How do you start from here to getting those millions?
Okay.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that was my objective when I wrote the book. It wasn't to kind of like,
what's the name of this book?
The Secret Money Manual.
The Secret Money.
And
I had to read that book there, yo.
Bruv, trust me.
Secret Money Manual.
It helps me. I need to read it again. You know what I was there?
The Secret Money Manual. And I had the I Ching symbol. The I Ching, which is the Chinese I Ching symbol for wealth and prosperity, was the image on there, like the blocks. The image that was on there. And I really just I gave all the information and knowledge, wisdom and understanding that I had at that time. Because it was like, I had to dig deep for this stuff. Like, I got a building.
You had to do bare research, bare ups and downs, bare loss, like wins, losses, like go through it for you to kind of understand it and decipher it.
And I'm just wishing a man tapped my shoulder and said, you could have done that.
You could have done, Or read this book.
But you know what? This is that when there was no one to do that for you, become that person.
Become that you needed, the thing that you needed.
Goes first, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
The person that goes first.
And I'm happy being that person. I've done that a lot in my life.
You were born to do it.
I've done that a lot in my life. Has been the person who would do that. And bro, let me tell you something. When I was wanting to buy this building, I was doing stuff like getting in the ring, fighting, Thai boxing, Muay Thai heavyweight,
See,
how much is it? $1,000. I'm gonna get $1,000.
Yeah.
Who am I fighting? I might even. Let me train. When's the fight?
Yeah.
Straight up and down. There's another one next week.
Yeah.
How much is the payday?
Yeah. It's
Do you know what I mean?
Just,
bro,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'll be like I said, I'm running a security company. I'm doing Muay Thai. I'm having fights. I'm doing whatever I need to do that's legal
To get this money.
Yeah. Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying to you. One, I can honestly say I've come from ground zero, and I've got built up money and raised money for things, and did not have to knock no one over the back of the head to get it.
Yeah.
That don't mean that I'm perfect or I'm better than anybody else, though.
What you're saying, yeah.
But I'm just saying that because
Doesn't mean you're better than a lot of people, though.
nah, but you know
Doesn't
what
mean you're perfect, but
A lot of
it means
people
you're
are
better
nasty.
than a lot of
lot of
people.
people are
Yeah.
nasty.
you know what it is.
You got your
We have
money
to
got
highlight
this
that,
one.
you know what I mean?
Every man's got to know himself. So for me, whenever I kind of look at it like, whenever I went left, it went left.
Yeah.
So at one point in time, I was like, this ain't for me, bro.
Did you
you
analyze that actual situation? You see me,
bro, I used to be like, you know what? I remember one time, it's like almost I'm communicating with the Most High, like, you really not on this thing, are you? Like, let me just go this way.
yeah.
Because the other way does not work for me.
When you do bad things, it's like because you're so aware of see people that do bad things, sometimes they don't care or they don't know. They don't understand why they're doing. See, when you understand and then you still continue to do bad things, you notice that like bad things come back your way.
Yeah, of course.
Big time.
But because you're aware of it, now you're noticing. You start to see the people that don't know. They don't realize that bad thing I did the other day is why.
I do think some people not, but you see, every man's got to know himself. Every woman's got to know themselves. And not everything is for everybody, you know.
Serious.
Do you understand? And I made it. I come to the knowledge. I come to the understanding. This ain't for me, you know, because it just, every calamity, the worst that can happen always happens. So you know what? Let me just stay on a straight path. Yeah. You know, like, remember at the time, this is why I'm saying I'm grateful for the era that I grew up in and the reading that I was doing. Because there's a basic thing in the Quran. It talks about staying on a straight path. You know, and I was like, all right, let me just try and stay on that straight path. That don't mean that I'm not gonna every now and again. That don't mean I'm an idiot. That don't mean like I'm. Do you know what I mean?
Stuff, but you're just trying to stay on a straight path.
Yeah, you're doing it, and what I realized, it was like, it's a tough road, but it's a road for me. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I mean, you're doing a Muay Thai fight, heavyweight. You're fighting people. You're getting cuts and bruises and whatever, but you went through all the pain and struggle, but you got clean money at the end of it. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, of course.
And bam, I go from that to I'm running a security company. I'm doing shifts myself. I'm doing close protection. I'm doing all bam, and that just literally it was like a mad year. Like it was one of them years. It was like I get up. I'd do that thing, I'd come back, I'd sleep on a chair. I'm not a bed thing, you know. Because if you go in the bed and you sleep, you're gone. I'm up after that hour. I've gone and done that shift. I come back, I'm over here. Yeah. Then I gotta go to Bristol and do this. Then I gotta go. I lived like that for about 12 to 18 months to raise the money to do what I needed to do. Do you understand? And I think if you're a young man, if you're a young person, young man, young woman, you got all this youthful energy, use it.
Yeah, of course.
What you think it's for?
Of course.
Use it because you can do that stuff.
Of course.
You're 20 years old, fam. You can grind like a mad person and you'll be ahead.
Like a mad person.
And I also think we're at a place where we have got the space to exercise that. You know, like where our parents came here, they were just finding their feet. You know what I'm saying? So like where our grandparents came here, wherever it was, they were finding their feet. Then our parents were children of people that's
finding their feet.
And then at least this is the time where we're supposed to see certain level of growth and success. And,
of course.
You know what I mean?
It's our time.
Yeah.
We have to make it our time, and we got to live it out. But that's what I went through to do what I was doing. You know what I mean? I got a lyric where I said, because people used to think I was doing other stuff. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It used to annoy me sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, fam, I'm out here, you know, I don't know if you know what Muay Thai is like, but heavyweight, Muay Thai is no joke. You understand what? Full joke. Contact Muay Thai, professional.
Cover.
You know what I mean? That's a hard way to earn your money. But I was doing it.
So it still makes you tough. So in the streets, they're like, no, so if you're tough, it's the calculations that people do in their head. You know what I mean? From you're tough and you can fight, you must be doing something for your money.
Yeah, bro.
Not like you're tough and you're fighting.
No, not they're tough and you're fighting.
Tough.
You're just tough.
You can do Muay Thai, so you must be
if
banning
I was
man
like,
up.
yeah, because if I had that strength, then I would be doing X, Y, and Z. That's how they look at it.
But see,
not me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I made the calculation that, see, if I do that, then why is it just going to rain on me? Because that's what
100%.
would happen.
Do you know what I mean? But a lot of martial arts teaches you like
patience,
yeah, as I say, discipline,
patience and stuff.
That's total opposite to
Listen,
what
martial arts plus all of the reading you've done, you're going down that path.
I didn't even know, bro.
To see the path you're going down is a righteous, like a path of thinking and knowledge and
balanced.
It's balanced. You needed to not read all of them books, and you understand what I'm saying, be like ruthless rude boy for you to take up that and not actually think about it. Now, when that hits you, when you think about it, you analyze that as stupidness.
Yeah, 100%.
Of course, and remember the thing about most people who do boxing. Look at most boxers, most martial artists. Very kind of calm, relaxed kind of
discipline.
People.
I think it's something that they taught.
Discipline. You know that you can do stuff.
The other side is fear, though.
But they teach you discipline.
Hyper aggressiveness is not even alpha. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Like, that's not even alpha. Like, you're more scared and sensitive than anything. So when you actually know,
we're like single parent household.
But learning how to fight teaches you how to be at peace.
Especially in them days.
It's weird, but no, I just feel like learning how to fight in general. When you actually know you can hold yourself, it brings you a different peace to not being sure.
Yeah, it allows you to be alright with a loss.
Yes, exactly.
It allows you,
exactly,
because you know what I'm saying. It allows you to be alright with a loss, because you know what, we had a fight. It was fair, 1-on-1.
Yeah,
no interference. You was the better man. Well done.
That's it.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
And remember, also, it allows you it makes you respect and understand people, because I remember back in the day doing Aikido, and there used to be this woman that used to come up to Aikido. I don't know if you know Aikido.
Yeah, it's
Aikido,
like another form, isn't it?
It's a bit.
It's a martial art.
It's a martial art that's quite. I was much better at Thai boxing, Muay Thai, than Aikido, because Aikido you need a lot of flexibility. But I did Aikido for about a year and a half, and I enjoyed it. It's very relaxing, very calming. A lot of forward. If you can do forward rolls, backward rolls, and all that kind of stuff, good at Aikido. But it's about like using other people's power. Yeah. And Steven Seagal does Aikido.
I know what you're saying, yeah.
And I used to just think, if anybody tries to rob this woman's handbag, you're dead, because we'd be in an Aikido class and she would take me, because Aikido, you grabbing the wrist and she doing a forward roll or backward roll, holding my wrist. So we're training with each other, and I used to say to her, you're like Miss Marple. You know what I mean? Because, if you know Miss Marple, the crime detective, the Agatha Christie crime detective, on the outside, you just see a little old woman.
Yeah.
But on the inside, you got the female Sherlock Holmes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So that is what I experienced in martial arts, that you can never really don't judge a book by its cover. Because that little person there, I used to think, if somebody ever grabbed that handbag,
thinking you're gonna grab her handbag,
bro. Your wrist, Sham older is wrist, elbow, shoulder, all broken, dislocated, hospital, ASAP.
Different pace
and she was like, and she's doing it in one move. Just boom.
It's all wild.
You're hyping up yourself, trying to get yourself ready.
Yeah.
Wrist,
everything's
elbow,
all gone one
shoulder
time.
is all gone in one movement, and she come back out of it in a forward roll, standing up position,
and looking at you, like still looking at you.
Yeah,
with her bag still.
I respect people. I respect people because you don't know what a person's got.
Yeah.
And what they've done and what they've learned. So whenever I approach people, I always try and do my best. I do my best to approach people with the respect that every human being deserves.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Don't take people lightly.
Yeah.
And this is why a lot of people fall victim. Because this boy, yeah. Because you don't know what that boy is going to come back with in 6 months' time.
Yeah.
Because them are the ones that you understand. If you think about some of the things that happened over the years in the streets, it's a lot of times the people that you really didn't think was capable of doing certain things that did some of the maddest things. Like, I know that he's kind of quiet. Me and him was cool.
Yeah, he's been.
I don't know who inveigled him to bring that out of him, but I never got that energy out of him.
Facts.
Do you understand? Respect people, man, and martial arts teaches you a lot of respect. And Aikido, I learned a lot doing Aikido in terms of, because remember, you don't look athletic, you got a bit of a belly, or you're very light looking. You're doing but you can do Aikido.
Anyone can be dangerous once you know
very
these
very
skills.
dangerous. Wing Chun's another one, Wing Chun.
What's that?
Mantis.
What's that?
There's another one. There's another Chinese martial
Chop
art.
man in their neck of the
Bro,
well.
Mantis is
What's
crazy.
that?
Mantis is another
Like
martial.
it's like the green, the praying mantis.
Yeah, but it's like basically them guys. These guys are like, I'm just gonna you come in training. Right, I'm gonna lick you with this piece of wood. Hold that. When I used to do Muay Thai training, if you ever train with any ties, any real ties or whatever, or anybody who's trained with real ties, man would just do a roundhouse to your ribs. You'd have to hold your hands up, and we'd do a full blown roundhouse each side to your ribs. I remember that as part of the warm up in the training.
Yeah. I've seen stuff on
so what would happen is
you see them YouTube videos
when it actually comes to the fight and someone does roundhouse you in your ribs, you've been getting roundhouse in your ribs every week. Man's been kicking you in your legs every week with no pads. So now it's just like
you're just used to it. It's not even feel.
Yeah, man.
Get used to it. Get used to it. Like it makes sense. You always see them doing it.
It's conditioning for the body and conditioning for the. I keep dropping these tops, bro. It's conditioning for the body and it's conditioning for the brain. Yeah. And the thing is, a lot of people, because man, our parents went through, you understand, that Windrush generation went through hell. And I think sometimes we, when I see people like, oh, he's too far, or nah, because, it's going to be too hard, or I want to do that, but I'm going to be tough. Blood, you better go and grind and go and get that thing. If you want to get that done, go and get it done. Stop making complaints and stop making excuses. Get the work done, fam, and sleep then. Get the work done and then eat. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like today, I've come here on an apple and a pear, bro, and some water. I'm coming down. I'm gonna go check this man. I'm gonna go link you. Afterwards, remember, look at the interview. You said to me, do you want to eat?
Yeah.
I said, bro, we got an interview to do. I'll eat after we've done the works. I'll rest after we've done the works. I'm not advocating not resting, guys, but I'm just saying, you got good health. You're looking after yourself. You're eating right. Go and grind, man, and go and get what you need to. Go and get what you need to get and do what you need to do, and get the work done instead of chatting about it. Make it happen instead of chatting about making things happen. You know what I mean?
Of course, definitely, man. That's why man's even doing this, because remember, we was on a break.
Yeah.
We was on a break.
Only
like, when
we
for real?
Yeah.
Oh, man, come on, man.
But we have to get this in.
How can man be on a break, Jay? Mac, I'm talking about on a break. What are we talking about here?
If it's not Cipher Jules, it weren't worth it.
What are we talking about here, bro?
Christmas
break.
Time.
This is the grind, B.
I know.
This is the grind.
On both sides, makes sense on both sides. You know, like, okay, yeah, because you know why? Because we've got, you know how we spoke before, we've got how many episodes?
Yeah.
So we've been grinding.
Yeah.
We've prepared for this moment. So when it's like, when you're at home eating your turkey, we're going, bah, bah, bah. We're just dropping.
Cool, bro. I get it.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get it.
So that
sometimes I slip into the old school.
Like
I you know, a youth said to me, "If you're like General build, you know, fam. It's like man's not allowed to rest." I was like, "Fam, this is what it is.
Yeah,
that's my energy.
Yeah,
you got to get there first.
That's my energy.
And then even when you get there, you can't rest. You know what I'm saying?
Like, if you're blessed to live 70 years, 50 years, 60 years, you're blessed. Like, I woke up this morning, I'm blessed. I'm going to use the time to the best of my ability.
Yeah,
most definitely.
You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean spending time with my children. I would rather be sitting down with a book, educating them or speaking to them about something and doing some other foolishness. That I'm using my time wisely.
Yeah.
Or
of course.
I'm planning something,
Building
or
for the future.
like, I'm always trying to think of how I can use my time to the best use and use it wisely. So I don't really waste time like that. Don't get me wrong. It's not like to say I won't sit down and watch a football game or I don't have any enjoyment, because that's not the case. Yeah. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying that
it's a balance, isn't it?
It's a balance. Like, you know, most days I've got a schedule of what I'm trying to do and trying to achieve in that day. And if at the end of the day I ain't got what I wanted, I'm kind of looking at myself like, yo, fam, what kind of thing
you might have taken too many breaks today.
Yeah. Man need to get back on that corned beef and rice and soldier flex.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that.
Some motivation though, isn't it?
Yeah, like I'm always motivated to do and complete what I need to complete and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
And
there's something to do every day, isn't it? It is.
There's always something to do, bro, and that something could be, you know what? I'm gonna go check my nan. I'm gonna go check my uncle.
Scheduling bare.
It's important. It's important. So, but like, if you just allow yourself to drift and you just drift where life takes you, bro, you can spend years like that.
Serious.
You look back and it's like your youths that, you know,
they've gone past you.
Yeah,
bro. They've caught up, and not only caught up, gone past you. Yeah, they're now doing it different to you.
And you're trying to communicate with them, and because
like, they don't want to listen.
Because you didn't take care of the important things. You just left. You just. And these things are important. You know what I mean? And I think one of the things about manhood is recognizing what is fleeting and what is important.
Facts.
That is one of the biggest tests of manhood. Like, do like kind of making decisions like, should I go left or should I go right? And that's one of the problems. I think the biggest problem we got with the young people in our community now is because we haven't really been raising them the way we should have, and so it's hard for them to focus. Have you ever met people and it's like, yeah, I'm doing this, and then I was gonna do that, and then I looked at this, and then I was thinking about doing that, and then I was thinking about doing this, and then man's doing a little this thing, and then I link to my man.
Put barriers in the place.
And it's like, where's we need a direction, fam.
Yeah.
Because the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And man are doing one bagger zigzag.
Yeah.
So I think our job is like, fam, you want this? Let me give you the steps of how to achieve this. And you know what? I'm going to give you the support I can to help you get there. Because what we got to realize is these youth achieve their goals. It makes it better for all of us.
Of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, and it's that look back and pick it up. Like, take the best of what we was to move forward in the future. And don't, like some people think, because I was in the struggle, everybody else should be in the struggle.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not trying to pass the struggle down to the next generation.
Exactly.
I'm trying to build a platform so that the next generation have got something to build on to say, them man had a couple buildings and them man did that. Exactly. Right, you know what? I'm gonna go and buy the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah, let that be what people think, like what we see as.
But these are the moves that the moves that we're supposed to be making is, okay, why ain't someone from our community gone and bought Arsenal Football Club yet?
I get what you're saying.
We got all the footballers. We got all the rappers. Why ain't somebody bought somebody's big... How come somebody... Think of a top FTSE 100 company.
I'd go back to say...
Why haven't somebody gone and bought that yet?
Because
I think we don't dream big enough and we don't follow it through sometimes.
It's people like yourself. It's people like yourself, like I say to you, being highlighted. You got to remember, in America, they highlight Jay-Z's got a team. Oh, Diddy's got Revolt. It's like we're forever highlighting these same Americans that we've been highlighting for the last 30 years. So it's not even like different ones. And there are other successful people.
Yes.
It's just highlighting it. That's something I even want to get into next year. Just highlighting a bit more, even though I do it anyway. Just highlighting the right things within our culture. Do you know what I'm saying? Go start saying that. I wanted to go on to, obviously, you sold the Sankofa Center and you got the Legacy Center. And I wanted to explain why you named it Legacy and how you and Swiss got together to do Black Pound. Is it Black Pounded?
Black Pounded. Okay. Yeah. So, LegacyCenter. So basically what happened was we had the building, Sankofa Center, from 2007. And, bro, I used every single square foot of that building. Everything. So, I turned the garage into a shop and we had an estate agent in there. I turned one room into a photo studio, had 2 music studios in there. Wow. And then we had a company upstairs of youths, young people who were doing filming, editing, graphic design.
Wow.
Yeah, so I used every single... So I'm like, okay, we need a bigger space now. And then basically what happened is there's a building in our community. And I don't know how it, in fact I know how it is here because I know it's the same. Buildings that the black community had in the 80s and the 90s, and for whatever reason we lose them. So we used to have community centres. I've gone up and down the country. If you go to Bristol, you go to Nottingham, you go to Leeds, you go to Sheffield, you go to Manchester. And certainly in Birmingham, West Bromwich, Walsall, the Midlands. There's a lot of buildings that we used to have. And we've lost them in terms of, for one reason or another, the lease ran out, the organisation stopped running, the elders who used to run the building passed away. And every time we lose these buildings, we're losing spaces where our community can meet, where our community can connect, where we can function, where we can discuss, where we can build, where we can just be ourselves, our authentic self without being scared of who's watching or whatever. So there was a building in Birmingham called the Drum. That was a building like that. It's a building that the community had worked for.
Did I go there when I came?
I'm not too sure if you've been there, bro.
Yeah, okay.
But that's what Legacy, the ground that Legacy Center of Excellence is built on, because the building closed and it was going to be gone. And I was just like, you know what? The whole time when I heard the building was going to be sold, and there's a lot of people getting upset in the community, and I'm solution orientated. I was like, you know what? The one night I couldn't sleep. I was like, you know, I'm just not having it. I'm just not. I'm tired of this stuff. There's a lot of buildings that used to be in our community from when I was a young man, from when I was a boy, that are gone, that did good stuff that I participated in, that my children...
Youth centres and stuff.
That we can't use.
Can't even go there no.
I had enough. I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to do everything I can to make this happen so that we can keep it. I didn't make it in my own way. Like I said, I'm not the guy that's going to jump on the mic and say all the, boy, man, I go, rah. I'm not that guy. I just put my plan together, raised the resources, and we bought the building, built a team, built a team of people intelligent people who can support what we're doing and who believed in what we believed in. Bought the building, fixed it up, and we got that building. It's 44,000 square feet. You know, it's got all 2 auditoriums, got a theatre, got a restaurant. got a cafe,
my head off the wall, G.
car park. You know what I mean? And bro, I'm like I said, we got the ground floor. We got half of the building ready in 3 months. And when I mean, we went in from these buildings non-functional for 3 years, going on 4 years to it's opening, and we did that in 3 months. When I said the grind was immortal.
Where's this based?
So it's half a mile outside Birmingham City Centre. So it's in Newtown.
Okay.
It's between Newtown and Aston.
So walking distance from the city centre?
You can walk. People like...
It's half a mile, isn't it?
Yeah, people do walk. Half a mile. People do walk. Some people do walk. But it's like 3 stops on the bus. We're like... It's good really because we're like... I would say 1/4 mile from the motorway exit. So if you're coming from London, we're right on the motorway exit. We're like maybe half a mile away from Aston Villa football ground. And we're like half a mile to a mile from the city centre. So we're really well...
placed.
Yeah. And it's been, community using it. Amazing. You know, we got... You know, there was, like I said, we put a restaurant in there, there's a cafe in there, 2 auditoriums, a theatre, meeting rooms. We got business programs running from there. We got there's organisations who run maternity care for women, advice for young people, amazing. Events for elders,
all for the community.
Dance.
We have to clap.
That's
Respect. Give it up for that.
Respect.
That's like
bless man. Respect.
Yeah, bro. You do it. Listen. Do you see how humble you are? Though? I love the modesty. Modesty is amazing sometimes. Like, but your modesty is too. I didn't even know that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even.
How did you not know, my brother?
Do you know? I just know you. Even in doing this, I just know you have the buildings. I don't question. I've never questioned what is in the buildings. I know it's crazy, isn't it? Like, I've seen you do concerts, award ceremonies and stuff in the Legacy Center. I feel like you showcased the Legacy Center a bit more than the last building. It's like in terms of it being filmed and on Instagram and stuff, like different events. It
was a different time then as well.
Different time, but different use though, because you've got a bigger place. You're doing different massive events and stuff there. You know what I mean? So, but I see a bit more of that side of what you do there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's amazing. That you've even got a building that's and because it's sad that we don't got Brom enough. Like I don't got Brom enough. You know what I mean? I'm glad we need
to change that now.
Yeah,
because we've since reconnected after all this time. Because remember when we were doing the filming around Secret Money Manual, it was 10 years ago.
10 years ago, isn't it? Serious.
You still look the same.
So
Max still looks the same. Be it Euler, Yule, and Coco Bottom.
As I'm saying, you looking the same, younger, even younger. I know he's got this. I know he's rich now. You know what I mean?
Nah,
he's got that.
You know what? So I tell you the truth, right? I think the food, like back in the day, I don't think we all paid as much attention to the food. I think nowadays I try to. And don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect, but
no.
In terms of getting, I bought a blender. I think I bought a blender about, must be about 2005.
Yeah.
And I started blending up fruits. And then I went from juicing fruits to blending up fruits to putting let me get the sea moss, let me get some cashew nuts, let me get some, and putting and I have that every day.
You see.
If I go on holiday or go somewhere out of town, I bring the blender with me.
Definitely.
Simply because so I know that at least I'm getting this is what I'm saying when you can learn from your children. My daughter went to school and she must have gone to school and they had something called 5 a day.
Yeah.
It was like they were running a campaign like you need to eat 5 pieces of fruit and veg a day. And I was like, okay, we're gonna do 5 a day. And from that 5 a day, it was like, okay, we're going to do 5 a day. Like, okay, you say, you're doing it with your children.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I can get 3 in this blend.
Yeah,
and then if I eat an apple, eat a pear, or have some cabbage, some broccoli. So I try and get it in that way.
No, that's big. That is everything.
Get it in with the water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get it in with the
water.
Everything as well, yeah.
And I still gym, I still train, you know what I mean? Even though I'm not trying to be in the ring.
No, come on.
But I'm still training. I still train and do my little thing and keep the movement going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, come on. It's a lifestyle as well. and the things you're doing. It's like when you do good things for other people, it's like God gives you extra lives. You know, oh, to give you a little bit extra lives.
You still have strength, bro. You still have strength to kick the bag. You still have strength. You know them when you're thinking like, can you do this now?
Because you're doing the right things.
Because you're doing the right
things. I was looking at some old pictures of myself, and I was saying, what was you on them?
For real?
I see some old pictures, and I can see the energy on me is wrong. You know that even. It's just a wrong energy. There's wrong. Sometimes even when I was young, I'm looking older than I do now.
I watch videos and I can see like, yeah, man, you weren't happy.
Yeah.
I know what I was thinking while I was like, I didn't even want to be there.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
You
It's crazy, isn't it?
See
when you look
yourself
back
when you watch your old stuff.
Your old stuff, innit? Yeah. It's crazy.
Definitely.
No.
Huntizzy always had skills, man. I remember being in the studio with Huntizzy, man. I'm like, whoa, who's my man going on? Okay, let me just. I'm not having it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting embarrassed on this track, brethren. Hell no.
You know what I mean? Yeah, serious.
Which leads us to this. I'm from the era of 190s, rope chains, crack spliffs, Puma GVs. Check my CV. Answorth, 5 man deep in a blacked out runaround.
That's the tune that me and you did with Mike
Okay, cool. That's 3-0 now.
Yeah.
Killed me off.
I think I went a bit too vivid on that one, you know what I mean?
That was
I went
cold.
a bit too vivid on that one.
That was cold.
And you said Renault 19s. You said a couple cars in that one as
Yeah,
well, which
man.
led back into the other one.
I mean, I like cars, bro, because you have to remember, like,
We haven't finished.
Renault 19s back in the day was like, if you had a Renault 19,
big boy
a
car,
black
so.
Renault 19.
No, come on, cold.
Man had the blue one still.
But before we digress, can you go back onto how you and Swiss
Okay,
came
so
up? Pound.
you
No,
have-
problem.
You have to remember that back in the day, when MD7, when we were doing our thing, we used to book up Soul Solid,
Okay.
because remember in Soul Solid when they first started, and they were I'm talking early Soul Solids. I'm talking like the singles are coming out and stuff like that.
Oh no, I know them times.
Yeah, so we're doing shows, and I remember we did a show together at the Birmingham Rep where we were both on the show. I remember seeing them at Urban Music Seminar.
Yeah.
And then there was a show somewhere in Brixton one time, and I booked them up there as well. But what it is that Swiss has always been cool.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Always.
anytime I saw him, he had that good energy.
Definitely.
Always, from back in the day.
Might have to help us get him on here still, because he would be a good guest.
Yeah, man. Swiss is cool. He's very humble, man, as well.
Yeah.
I just come from the shop today. I went to the shop to he's got a very impressive shop, bro.
Yeah, where?
The Black Pound Day shop is in Westfield Shopping Centre.
What is actually a shop called Black Pound?
Bro.
Okay.
What this man did, so let me tell you how it started though. So George Floyd, when that happened, I remember Swiss put out a post and it was like, yo, if we wanted to do something and we want to get black people to support a black business, would the people be for it? I remember, I think we had got the building. I think this is like around about March, April, like just after George Floyd. That's 2020.
Yeah.
We got the building May 2019, and we opened September 2019. So we've already got the building. So I was like, look, you know what? I want to support this. I messaged them straight away. I want to support this. Maybe we could do a market. So we started doing Black Pound Day marketplaces.
Okay.
So we just literally, we provide a table. All of the businesses are black-owned businesses. They hire the table at cost, so we don't make any profit from this event.
Yeah.
Because we use the money to pay for the security, the staff, and all the rest of that.
Yeah.
The businesses hire a table, and we promote the hell out of it to get people to come and support these black businesses.
Big.
So we get like 50 to 100 of businesses each time we do the event.
Amazing.
50 businesses all in one building. Just
Yeah.
like selling like their t-shirt, you know, like their
Pop-up stores
clothing.
as
It's
well.
diverse, bro. Some people do bags, some people do t-shirts, some people do cosmetics, some people do food, some people do other
They're
kind
like
of
pop-up
clothes.
shops, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's the new modern term for, you know, like,
Yeah.
especially if it's indoors as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's,
You need
it's
to get
pop-up
involved in
shop.
that.
Yeah, come on.
Bro,
This is my son's clothing line.
Proper.
This is my
I
son's
love
thing.
that.
Yeah.
My son's
I love
thing.
that.
Look, this Consume
London.
Yeah, I'll just rock his thing.
I love that.
Yeah,
Come
Consume
on.
London.
I love that. I mean, the thing is, I'll buy that and support it. You need to make sure that you got the clothes, the sizes for the.
That's what I always tell him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but seriously though, there's some of the businesses I know. There's one business that literally started off on our very first Black Pound Day, and they got 2 shops now.
Okay.
So I've seen businesses grow.
Yeah. Okay.
From like I'm selling a few cakes or I'm selling this to I got my business now.
Yeah.
And we just walk with them. And then at the same time, we've got a group that we call like the Winners Collective, the Winners Circle, and it's all black businesses, and we bring people from banks, financial institutions, business advisors, and we literally help to develop this group of businesses, support them as much as we can so they can get the knowledge to improve their business, to become more profitable, increase their turnover, improve their branding, things of that nature. So we've been doing this with Swiss, the Black Pound Days we started this is our 2020, 2021, this is our 3rd year.
Yeah, this is
amazing.
And
big up to you lot for that.
yeah, man, we've been doing it. And like I said, Swiss as now, he's got a shop in Westfield, and Westfield is no joke.
No way. That's what I said. The shop in Westfield.
He's
Westfield?
right next to. Listen, he's right next to Five Guys
Wow.
in Westfield.
wow.
And it's
You know,
called Black
That's a
Pound.
mad achievement.
Black Pound Day,
Amazing.
Black Pound Day, and he's got amazing things in there. And like I was saying, like I'm just so proud of the brother to see what he's doing,
Yeah.
and I think from one shop he's gonna end up with many more. You know what I mean? He's gonna be very successful. with his
You know what I like about it? Yeah, 2 rappers from the UK. You know what I mean? Put that together. No one wants to make. I know. You know what I mean? No one's gonna actually say that. Not that it's anything. You know what I mean? Too deep. But it's to me from us from the hip hop culture.
It's big, bro.
That's big.
Because
Do you get what I mean?
Because remember, hip hop culture is DIY, isn't it?
Yeah.
We come from. We're gonna and if you think about it, So Solid did the grime thing, but they were all about being independent and doing their own thing, isn't it?
Definitely.
So I respect it. To be fair, I always respected that crew in terms of what they did with Garage.
Yeah.
For me, in terms of, because Garage in the early days, man used to be, it'd be like,
It was just noise.
and like pink shirts and
Inside the menu.
yellow jeans and stuff like that. And then when they came in, they brought the real to it.
Brought the rap side to it. You know
Rap
what I'm saying?
side, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Rappers
jackets
listen to
and-
So Solid.
Yeah.
Like even
And
if
Heartless Crew.
even if you listen to rap, you still listen to So Solid.
Yeah.
as well.
Heartless Crew had
And
them-
Heartless Crew.
They both had that
but
thing.
they had like Heartless Crew had like the party kind of vibes. So they made partying cool. You get what I'm saying?
Heartless Crew was shut down the dance.
Yeah, they had
And
made party.
both of them-
That
And then Romeo was like, oh no.
Yeah,
I
man,
mean,
yeah,
he
man,
was
yeah,
the
man,
proper garage MC, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man, trust me, like, both of them crews, So Solid and Heartless, both did a great job in terms of making some great.
And that's a UK
great
sound
tunes.
as well. Do you know what I mean?
It is,
Dynamite
it is.
as well. And,
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I just like, but I like the way that they did it though.
Definitely.
In terms of, because I'm glad now you can come on stage in a black tracksuit
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
and get signed. In our time, when we're talking to labels, they're trying to pop us out. They're telling, oh well, what we remember we had label offers.
Yeah, of course you did.
Who?
I don't even really want to get into all of that. Bro.
We just be good for the people to know like what
But
kind of labels was.
we had label offers. We had label offers, but what they wanted to do was like
change your sound or what? Change your look?
Change our sound to the max. Like, okay, so, you know, if you think about some of the pop bands that was around at that time, and they're like, oh, we can get this person to sing the hook. I'm like, sing what hook? Yeah. No disrespect. We're trying to make authentic music, fam. Yeah. And what the labels used to do in them days? They would sign an artist who was popping. So, for example, an example was Iceberg Slim. There's a brother called Iceberg Slim.
Yeah, he went Hybrid Golf, man. Yeah, he went to my school.
Local.
He was popping, and he was popping on the underground. He made some tunes.
Iceberg Slim.
Yeah,
and he was.
It's my brother's brother as well.
He was popping, and then as soon as the label got involved, it's like you didn't need to get that involved. All you needed to do was put your machine behind what he was doing already.
Yeah.
He was on a good trajectory and you got involved. And I don't know what happened, but from the outside looking in, it's like you got involved and you messed up his
trajectory. He had a couple videos, I remember.
You got involved and you didn't help.
It's true.
That's not me.
Probably trying to change him or
that's not me trying to be disrespectful to the brother because I met him. He's cool.
Course, yeah.
I'm just saying he was a guy that I was like, yo, he's popping, man. Just all you need to do is give us the distribution, and that was always my argument.
Yeah.
Just give us the distribution because people love our music. Give us the distribution and put the money behind our marketing and promotion.
Yeah.
We don't need you to give any. Listen to the music. Wherever you know, some of our tunes we're recording them in Depth Studios, in UB40 Studio. We don't need you to tell us how to put it because the guy you're gonna get to come and mix the tune can't mix like who we've got. We got people who are mixing Wu-Tang's tunes. Who are you gonna bring in to mix the tune?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Give us the distribution. Give us the money for the marketing. And kind of like play your position. Sit down. And they're doing it now. Now, I feel that we've got more of our people who understand the music in the labels. And from what I can see with Skepta and Gigs, and they're allowed to put out their authentic music, look up, just be themselves and make the music that they want to make. You couldn't do that 20 years ago.
So we saying MD7 gonna come with a new album?
Bro, see this guy here. Remember earlier in the interview I said to you, I haven't picked up a pen to write a verse in probably 3 years, or touched the MPC since 2020.
Well, we're getting into a brand new year, Cipher.
I hear you, bro. You know,
grind. Everything's in place, buildings, everything. You know what I mean? I think it's about time. Otherwise, you might have said that you split up and you ain't split up. So what's happening?
We're a family now.
I know that. So,
but it's like
you need to bring you the next generation.
Yeah, you know when you ever feel like a time for you to do something has passed.
No way.
No. For me, it's kind of like for me. I feel like I'm in the lane that I'm supposed to be in right now, in terms of we got a building, we're taking this building forward, and we want to do other stuff. Like, how can we actually do something in real life? How can we do
How could you say that when you know how much money the MD7 album would make? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Styles P and Jadakiss, they got juice bars, they got like
everything,
and they still drop like.
You gotta come back.
They still come back and drop their little collabo.
Great, yeah.
They link up for that period of time. Like, this is what it is. We're going studio. We get. Maybe it's not the same as back in the days when it was like we got all this time on our hands, guys. Let's go studio and vibe. No, maybe it's a homework thing.
Yeah,
maybe just give me the beat. You understand?
Yeah, serious.
Maybe we link up. I'll write one at home and we link up and write one.
Yes.
And then over a period of time, tunes are collected.
You understand what I'm saying?
Don't get me wrong. We've done. I mean, I think we did, but then that's a while ago. But I just don't feel as though. I still feel it. Don't get me wrong. Like, but you see, you know me from back in the day.
Yes.
So
You ain't got no excuse, man.
No.
You wouldn't been able to answer this.
I'm going to be honest with you, right? In terms of that was a much more aggressive version of myself. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That doesn't necessarily mix with now.
But Moorish Delta.
But bro, all right. Think about what we was rapping about, bro, and think about it was hard. You know, it wasn't like
I know,
but that's where the spirit was at the time. And if you didn't do that, you wouldn't be where you are now.
Yeah, but then if I come back now, it's still gonna be hard, bro.
That's good.
That's good. But people ain't ready for that. They ain't ready for that.
But the people that ain't ready for that, they ain't gonna listen to it.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, man.
Listen, man, come on.
I feel like I don't know. Sometimes I go back and forth with it, but part of me feels like maybe that time has passed.
No way, I'm telling you, it hasn't.
Got a whole
yeah,
new
as a fan.
Yeah, it's like like you've got businesses, buildings now.
Crazy.
So all of what you was talking about, like this is what we need to do. Guys. That's how your kind of message was.
Yeah,
stick on.
I'll
this
get
straight
behind
path.
it.
Now you're like, yeah, well, this is what happened when I stuck on that straight path. Now we're doing it. That's already inspirational.
Amazing. And then if you did a comeback tour, in the summer or something, and just did like a couple cities. Whoa.
It's 20 years, Power and the Glory was 20 years. In October,
so it's the right time. Hello,
bro, Jay. I keep telling people I'm retired. You're tired.
Like,
not tired.
That's what it sounds like. You're tired again. Retired. I'm tired again. I'm tired. I'm regrinding.
That's what he
said.
Yeah,
what happened to regrind and regrind? I don't know about retired.
Man's using my own words against me,
Bro,
it's like the guys from Nothing to Prove. They had the beat. I made the beat, and it was like I wasn't really doing that much then.
But even that, the bar, wakey, 6 in the morning.
The early bird catches the worm on the storm.
That's gems.
Like you.
Yeah. You do. Yeah. I'll be on the bread line. It's on there. You choose to lose. That's what the gems they need, right? The jewels. Don't do it. Stop being selfish.
It's not even being selfish. And as well, the other thing is like
selfish, cuz.
Not even selfish.
And the music side. No, any other side of you. You're not selfish in any other way. And that's why I can hold it against you, because you don't like being selfish. But not giving us more music, selfish.
Yeah, because you've got new gems to drop.
Yeah. And you gave us
to drop. You got new stuff. You just said it on the podcast.
Yeah.
You just had a whole podcast of you saying things like and stuff that I just learned. Like what? You've got the book that teaches you how to make the money from having zero. Not like having £1 million.
Yeah, bro, because
saying zero.
It's got to be from zero because that's where we're starting from.
But you could say that's lyrics.
Yeah.
You transfer that into bars, and then it's like all of a sudden it's much more understand. I can understand.
Of course.
Once you say things that trigger me, I'll understand what you're saying.
And then this gives jobs to other young people. Do you get what I'm saying? Because like they could film you recording it, film the show, be part of the whole thing, and it's gonna make people. I'm telling you, it's gonna sell out. You know what I mean? Slap Hunt on the show. You know what I mean? The lineup would be mad, cuz the lineup would be. Come on, let's not play around right now. The lineup would be mad.
And you know what I've noticed? A lot of golden era people are doing shows now, and
they've come back now.
They've come back. They're doing stuff. I'm like,
who?
Like, see the people that I just remember coming up with. Like the for me, like my kind of like I see Blade Brown's doing stuff now. I see Tiny Boosters doing stuff now. Like
Gigs and them still doing stuff.
Gigs is doing stuff.
Bruce Maneuver's got
Nutty P's.
Nutty P. Yeah.
K9, people that have been on the show.
I remember K9 from back in the day.
Yeah. I'm watching them. And
there's enough people that was quiet. Even like to the people that was in America that we liked back in the day that went quiet. Everyone's coming out and putting their music out because the way you can put it out through streaming platforms and that. But you're a whole business structure. So you lot not doing you don't even have to do a new album. It'll be nice though. But even just doing the tour itself, like it will get people get to see you lot perform again, and the fact that you actually you're good, innit?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It makes
I hear you, bro. But you have to remember, like, even the energy. It's like, okay, so when we used to do shows, bro, that was hard, fam.
Them days it was hard. It won't be hard this time.
Plus, not hard as in it was hard to do a show. I mean, the show was hard. It was a very hard show.
Oh, good show. Yeah.
It was no holds barred.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, like, I don't want to do the Frank Sinatra version of MD7. If you're gonna do MD7, you do MD7. But to do that, you gotta get in that zone of MD7. And do you really want to be in that? You understand, with that level of...
You're overthinking it.
That's why you need to have a couple new tunes.
You understand?
No, that's cool, but he's overthinking it. He's trying to intellectualize his way out of it.
Then you can do the Frank Sinatra. This is the new MD7 because listen, man's on a business team now.
Yeah.
But we've always been smart. We was never telling you to go and do nonsense. We was talking about our environment.
Yes.
And this is what we wanted. But now we're here at what we wanted. So you can do both. You can give them, look, this is, but then, and then boom, look, this is the new thing.
Come on, look how everyone greeted you in here, like from you've come in here, bro. Please don't do this to us. You know what I mean? You get rich and switch.
Mad.
We want Cipher Jules, you know?
Definitely.
Legend in the thing, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Legendary,
Even it's not like we didn't like the music. The music is big to us. It's very important to us as well. You understand? That's why if anyone can say, I'll be the one nagging you. You know what I mean? Because it's the real. He knows though as well. He knows. I can see it in his face, in his eyes. Yeah, this is the foundation.
Makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it? You understand? It's like
music makes sense now though.
Yeah, and especially your whole setup.
It makes sense now. Listen to it now.
Concerts at the LegacyCenter. Yeah, come on. Like,
and you have the place to actually like showcase this.
You got the full 100 control of everything.
You've got the free. You got the Cipher. You got the whole.
These guys.
You got the whole 360. You got Spuddy on that one. You got the whole.
These guys
got the Cipher.
You got everything.
Yeah, cuz.
Man are killing me.
Yeah, it's facts. That's how you used to call it, Cipher Records.
It's just the idea.
Bruv, you can churn. There's so much for it right now. So much for it because there's no other you.
Trust me, man. And that time's wanted.
Jay's putting it on me hard, you know.
Listen, man.
Come on, man.
I follow a lot of people. So, because I've been hollering at them to come on, or like I'm just following a lot of the golden era members in my eyes.
Yeah.
I see people. Skinny Man does bare shows.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's back out there.
Kalashnikov does bare shows.
Yeah,
Fam. They're doing shows like it's like what new music? No, it's all the old schools. People are going.
That's all we want.
Coming out
and there's so many gems. There's so many gems, and even me.
If I was probably gonna do a show again, it probably would be in London anyway.
Yeah, we as usual. We can help you out with that, and we will. Even when he did the show, remember the big thing that he did in Bethnal Green and had Michael Millian hosting, like a good corporate event, but then brought Michael Millian to, what I'm saying, still looked after the brothers.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Good event, that was
a massive event.
How's Michael Millian, man? I ain't seen him for a while.
I ain't seen him neither. I ain't seen him for time for a while.
Is he still doing the mixtapes and all that?
Do you know what? Again, my thing was they gave his slot to Charlie Sloth. I will always say that. So no one can't tell me different. They gave his slot to Charlie Sloth, so that because he was the biggest host DJ in the streets at that time.
He was.
Yeah, so I don't know how this rapper ended up getting the radio rap show, and then it just goes from, you know what I'm saying? That was Michael Millian's slot, if you ask me.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying things unmodest. You know what I mean? Just the realness.
Come on, man.
He was the streets. Like he was hosting everybody's mixtapes. I was there sometimes, even Khan's.
Not everyone. The people that was meant to.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean by everyone, isn't it? I'm not saying the whole world.
Some people just couldn't even get out.
I think Michael Millian is probably the best host. He make your tune sound hype.
Yeah.
He knows what to say. All right. You know the ones he knows how to hype up.
And it was trademarked.
And
it was trademarked.
You know his voice.
It's Michael Millian.
You understand?
I should say, Michael, man, your voice is mad, bro. You make everything sound bigger than what it is.
We need to get him on here as well.
He listens to it once.
Last time I spoke to him, he's making films.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. I send him messages. I send bare people messages. I send him messages like, "Yo, Mike," but he might not answer straight away. Give him a couple days.
He's a good brother.
Couple days he'll give me a reply like
come on, definitely.
Yeah, man.
So I know that the more episodes he sees, we're gonna smoke him out.
Yeah.
You have to come on there, Mike.
Yeah,
you've got no choice, because soon the people are gonna hear what we're talking about. See what we're bringing into we're bringing it into the universe. We're saying we want Michael Million.
He's a man that needs to be on your show.
Yeah, Michael Million needs to be on the show, fam.
Definitely.
There's people that's asked me already, sent me messages, Hunt, get Michael Million. They think it's easy. It's not easy, but I know it's a process. And this is a podcast that's a longevity podcast.
Yes.
It's not gonna run out.
Yes, exactly. Well said.
It's not gonna run out. So when he comes, but he's gonna be on the podcast.
Of course,
trust me, man.
He's one of the people you have to get on there. Because he was the flag bearer for UK rap for a long time.
Mixtapes, everything.
That's why I say don't play
and I don't ever think he gets the props that he deserves
at all.
Well, people he's mentioned on here.
Yeah, but even how many times people mentioned him on the podcast?
He gets mentioned because people
a few times, but to who he was. You understand what I'm saying to you? Sometimes
you couldn't even meet him.
Sometimes we follow. We see when
he was Westwood for the streets.
You couldn't even meet him.
And it's bigger. Like when the other side tries to blackball us, sometimes we follow what they're doing.
Yeah,
if you get what I mean by that.
Yeah. It's like saying, "Shut up, man." We know
that's our guy.
That's our guy.
Yeah, like we're supposed to be like that, but again, we end up following what they tell us to follow.
So say, you know what? They'll get one thing, or I want to be on the Westwood. We're running after that.
We didn't need them.
Having a Michael Million mixtape at that time was like,
biggest.
Like, there's a lot of people that ain't got Michael Million. That's certified stamp.
Yeah. But yeah, Steve, you know. But like I said, Cipher he brought him out there to do the hosting. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that shows that he's been about making sure he looks after certain characters.
I always try and bring people in. It's like when we did a show one time in Milton Keynes, and there's a few rappers from down here that didn't get on with each other.
Okay. Because
of the whole Tottenham, Hackney, whatever thing, and it was like, yo, fam, you know what I'm saying to you, like, if we can get on with each other from where we're coming from, where I think the politics is maybe a little bit more intensified. Yeah. Surely you guys can make it work, man. Come on, man. Let's act like real men and be civilized. Literally. And do this thing. So I got people. I don't like to mention names and stuff like that, but there's people that didn't speak to each other from down here that ended up speaking to each other after being on shows that we did with them. Yeah. And we made it clear, like, you know,
none of that. Yeah.
If you come in, leave the something in the car. Yeah. Don't come with that energy. Yeah. Do you understand?
Serious.
You know, so we always try to bring the unity. Never try to kind of like land in someone's town and bat up the man them and no. That's not how you move. No. That's what. Remember, that goes back to the martial arts of respecting everybody.
Yeah, discipline and respect.
Respecting people because you don't, like I said, you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know who.
You don't know who. You don't know who's who, and you don't know what anybody's capable of.
Serious.
That little youth that you just boxed up could be the little baddest thing on the ends, and you might box him up today, but tomorrow you might be in a box. Tomorrow because of what you did to him yesterday. So remember how you move with people.
That's the big one.
Definitely.
It's always worked for me. Just trying. It's not anything special. It's just kind of treating people with respect. That doesn't always work.
Yeah.
But that's my first approach. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's my first approach.
No, most definitely. So, Jay, have you got anything you want to add?
No, I feel like I've been thrown in quite a lot. Yeah. Have you got any last questions?
I would have said, like, see, in my lineup, my questions would have been like your biggest collaborations.
Biggest collaborations?
Just to throw it in there.
Yeah.
We had a few. I think back in the day when we around 98 we went to New York and we got a beat from a guy called Ayatollah, who at that time he produced for Mos Def, he produced for Tragedy Gaddafi and Capone and Noriega and all of them. So we had a beat from him in like '98. We did a lot of shows with a lot of artists. We did shows with DMX.
Okay. Oh.
We did shows with we did a show with quite a few of them kind of like name brand rappers from back in the day.
Really?
But in terms of collaborations, we did a tune with Rodney P. What's my favourite collab?
What's that tune called? So I can see if I can. Is that on the internet?
Where You From?
Where You From?
This tune's called Where You From.
MD7.
It's like MD7,
Rodney P,
and Big V.
Okay. Alright, we'll put that in.
You know what I mean? That's kind of a hard tune as well.
Yeah.
We've got some with Mike as well, Bootleggers.
Bootleggers with Mike. We did Life in the City with Mike JLC as well. Like I said, like for me, I've always I think Mike JLC is a cool brother. You know what I'm saying? We like I said, we did tours together back in the day. Never show. Always had good energy. Do you know what I mean? Whenever he used to come to Birmingham, he used to come and record in our studio.
I think Mike got it early. He got so much so early. Like he was the first rapper to get a certain level of credit in this country. If you know what I mean, like people looked at him a certain way, like in London anyway.
I mean, he had accolades, innit?
No, I'm saying,
and in Birmingham,
whilst he was billing him,
and he was, remember, Mike would turn up to Birmingham and be good. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
He'd come to Birmingham and he would be good. We made some good tunes with Mike.
Did you ever work with Unknown?
Unknown.
You know the MC. You know that I'm loving it. And he was producer for Mike. He's the one with the Afro.
But you see him.
Yeah.
He's a rap legend. He's a UK rap legend. You didn't know?
I didn't know. I knew he's a bad producer. I knew he produced that album for Mike.
All right, so his name's DJ Unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah. But his real name, that I know him as, is Comanche Sly.
Okay.
And he used to be from a group called Hijack from Brixton.
Okay.
And Hijack are one of the best hip hop groups that has ever come out of the UK.
Imagine that.
UK hip hop, UK rap, whatever you want to call it. They had a deal with Ice-T back in the day.
Yeah.
US deal as well.
Wow.
Hijack. So he's a rap legend. He's a UK rap legend. Make no mistake.
See that.
Comanche Sly, aka DJ Unknown. I remember watching the you know where they had that tune?
Yeah.
The garage tune.
Yeah.
I was like, but the way when he come on the mic, I'm like, I know that voice.
Yeah.
I know that voice.
And he was still spitting when you think about it, like rapping in a way. He just
hardcore.
Yeah.
He's got a style, you see. And Hijack was no joke, man.
Yeah.
It was like Hijack is like they're out the same time as London Posse. It was like from London, there was London Posse, there was Hijack, there was Demon Boys who were from I think Tottenham and North London. I'm not too sure.
Demon Boys.
Yeah.
Demon Boys.
What a name for them times there.
Yeah.
MC Mello.
Yeah.
There was a guy called MC Mello.
MCD was kind of early in this thing, innit?
MCD. There was another name for his group. MCD was early. He was very radical.
Yeah.
He's another good brother as well.
Yeah.
MC. I haven't seen him for a long time.
I met him through Pesky. You know Pesky? He was from Snap. He used to be with Snap. He one of the dancers. I got the power.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And you know, back in the day, your dancers was part of your crew. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
He was Paris One's son's dad.
Okay.
Oh, Paris One from Nottingham.
Yeah.
Okay, I know Paris One.
You know Paris One. Do you know her son's dad? I don't know if you remember her son's dad.
I'm trying to maybe by face.
Yeah.
But then with the people, and then remember in Birmingham you had Cash Rex.
Yes.
And you had oh man, there's some brothers they're all Muslim now. Yeah, Handsworth Groove Syndicate. I used to love them. They're one of my influences actually.
Yeah.
Like I said, we were very influenced by Sound System, right? So Black Cat, I always used to listen to Black Cat, Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
And then you got a lot of sounds in Birmingham, Cipher, Showcase, and them kind of sounds.
Yeah.
But I always love because I started off DJing in clubs, man. Boy selector, man, I play a certain and you know the man them from the tree man them sing. I love that.
Yeah.
So we incorporated that into our show. We used to run on stage like, bro, man ain't dashing no form of buckle at me. I'm not having none of it. Militant. Because remember, we're listening to like, bro, we're listening to like because in them, remember, we're going back at a time when people used to listen to ragga.
Yeah.
And hip hop.
And it was called ragga. Yeah.
It was called ragga, and we used to listen to hip hop and we used to listen to ragga.
Yeah.
And we combined the movement of the two. So when we're running on stage, bro, it's like the attitude is dash one buckle.
Yeah.
Ain't no one dashing no buckle. Militant stage show.
Yeah.
And we wanted to just get in, do a good show, and get out and leave the people wanting more. So yeah, man, yeah. When I say Handsworth Group Syndicate, I love them guys, and then basically it was the time. So at that time, Islam had really just hit the streets.
Yeah.
So a lot of people in the UK rap scene who came before us, they all converted to Islam, start rapping. Do you know what I mean? So then we picked up that flag. We picked up the flag, and then we kind of took it in our own way. Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see, it's all in the history. Big up Handsworth, was it?
Handsworth Group Syndicate, man. Handsworth Group Syndicate. I actually saw one of the guys. Imagine his son been in my studio.
Yeah.
So his son turned up one day, and he was like, "Yeah, this is my dad. You know, he used to be in a crew called Handsworth Group Syndicate." I was like, "Handsworth Group Syndicate? Yeah. What?
Quick groovy moment, isn't it? Yeah.
Come on, man. What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, you probably don't remember." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I remember. These, come on, man. Yeah. One of our legends.
Come on.
Now people who listen to your podcast will know about Handsworth Group Syndicate and how influential they were on a lot of us coming up.
It's important.
And shout out all my guys from Brick House, and that was another crew from Birmingham called Brick House.
I remember that one. Sounds more familiar.
You got anything else for me? Anything else you want to go on, Tizzy?
No, I just wanted you to just...
It's been amazing. I
feel like we've done
3 hours, you know?
And because I've been listening, I haven't been talking over people.
Yeah.
So you've been able to speak. So wherever you go, and then we come back to that question.
Exactly.
Talk, man. Exactly. You know them ones, but I feel like we have got everything out. You know them ones.
Yeah,
they probably see when you're driving back here. You probably start thinking, "Nah, could I bring up this person?" But a lot of people got bigged up. A lot of people got mentioned.
Definitely.
And a story got told.
This is going to be a 2-part because this is really gone past 3 hours.
Most definitely.
Naturally.
Just smoothly, not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
So man.
It's been an honour, guys.
No, bro, it's been an honour. The pleasure's
sick.
all here.
It's been an honour, man. You know what I mean? And to talk about stuff that I very rarely get to talk about nowadays.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't. Sometimes I feel, remember, this is a new era. How many people remember Moorish Style 7? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Loads of people.
Loads of
people,
huh?
But there's
lots.
Still...
And we're waiting for the tour. Yeah? That's a good one,
This guy's killing me, you know.
Yeah. Look, he picked up the food. That's how you know he's had enough.
It's your boy HUN Tizzy. This is the Golden Era UK Rap Podcast with...
King Cipher Jules, MD7, Moorish Style 7.
Okay.
Bless all the man.
Come on, salute every
salute
time.
my brothers.
Every time.
Salute my brothers, man.
Yeah.
And blessings, give thanks for the food. See?
Wait, some will rise, some will fall. Some will get the bag, some won't get none at all. Keep it flipping like a somersault. Cause this is real rap for the connoisseurs. Some will rise, some will fall. Some will get the bag, some won't get none at all. Keep it flipping like a somersault. Cause this is real rap for the connoisseurs. Yo, hold on a second and let me build a fifth. Let me get it together, come with some killer-ish. I was raised in the place where the villains live. Trying to get the notes the same color as the villa kit. Wait, a hard graft for the dividends.